any, so just be aware. Okay.
Hello?
Would you go down, please?
Yes.
Thank you. All right, members of the jury, have you elected a foreperson? Would you give your juror number, please?
54.
54. And has the jury reached a verdict as to each count of the information?
Yes, we have, Your Honor.
One verdict and one verdict only.
Yes.
Would you hand all of the paperwork to the bailiff, please?
This is the ones that we didn't know. Okay.
Everything?
Okay.
Yeah, thanks. May I see that too, please, Mrs.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Chairman? Thank you. The defendant will rise and face the jury and hearken to its verdicts.
State of Wisconsin versus Kyle Rittenhouse. As to the first count of the information, Joseph Rosenbaum. We, the jury, find the defendant, Kyle H. Rittenhouse, not guilty. As to the second count of the information, Richard McGinnis. We, the jury, find the defendant, Kyle H. Rittenhouse, not guilty. As to the third count of the information, unknown male, we, the jury, find the defendant, Kyle H. Rittenhouse, not guilty. As to the fourth count of the information, Anthony Huber, we, the jury, find the defendant, Kyle H. Rittenhouse, not guilty. As to the fifth count of the information, Gaige Grosskreutz, we, the jury, find the defendant, Kyle H. Rittenhouse, not guilty.
Members of the jury, are these your unanimous verdicts? Is there anyone who does not agree with the verdicts as read? Would you wish the jury polled?
No.
Okay. Okay, folks, your job is done, and we started just about 3 weeks ago. And I told you it could last 2 weeks and 2 days. This is 2 weeks. This is 3 weeks. You were a wonderful jury to work with. You were punctual. You were attentive. And the forgotten six over here who had a very difficult job of keeping from discussing the case during the time that they were sequestered as well. All of you, I couldn't have asked for a better jury to work with. And it has truly been my pleasure. I think, without commenting on your verdict, the verdicts themselves, just in terms of your the attentiveness and the cooperation that you gave to us justifies the confidence that the founders of our country placed in you. So I dismiss you at this time. You're never under any obligation to discuss any aspect of this case with anyone. You're welcome to do so as little or as much as you want. The media have requested, a number of media sources have requested the ability to talk to you, and they have been allowed to present presentations to you that you'll get in writing, and it's entirely up to you whether you want to contact them. They are not to contact you. If anyone does contact you and just tell them you're not interested in discussing it, if that's the case. And if anyone persists in doing so, report that to us and it will be addressed, I assure you. At the beginning of the trial, there was some concern about information and your safety, and I assure you that we will take every measure to ensure that that is your concerns are addressed and respected. I'm going to talk to you for just a minute, not about anything to do with the case, but just about that sole issue. And you, as I say, you're welcome to discuss the case as little or as much as you want. Any questions, anybody? Thank you so much. And you're after 4 years, you're eligible for service again. It would be my pleasure to work with you. Thank you. Yeah, please. After 4 years, you're eligible for service again.
Y después de 4 años podrán volver a servir y será para mí un placer trabajar con ustedes. Gracias. Puede ser en la biblioteca. No va a ser más de 1 minuto. Gracias. Está bien.
Mr. Richards?
Señor Richards,
Any word from the state?
¿algunas palabras de la Fiscalía? El jurado se ha pronunciado. Se aprueba la moción de la defensa. Los cargos han sido sobreseídos y ya no tiene obligaciones de la fianza. ¿Algo más? Nada más. Gracias. Buen día.
They didn't want their houses burned down, and they didn't want their children hurt, and they were willing to send all of them. This is America. Hey, this is still America. It's not North Korea. It's still in South Korea. We are not a communist nation. There are some that would want us. And we are not a communist nation. We stand for the Declaration of Independence. Patrick Henry said, I know not what course others may take, but he said, give me liberty or give me death. And we're in a time, it's street vernacular, it's not time to play. And love is the weapon. We choose love over hate. We choose life over darkness. We choose joy over sadness. People better make up their mind to the weapon of peace and love. Because more shooting isn't going to make it. Amen.
Our founding fathers, when they wrote the Constitution, they said these are inalienable rights given to us by God. Okay, so it's not that the Constitution, it's not just that these guys put it on a piece of paper. God gave us these rights, and these guys put it on a piece of paper and said, these are our rights. Okay, this country, regardless of what you believe, okay, for facts. This is not about feelings, this is about facts. This country was based and founded on the Bible. Okay? Just like other countries in this world were based and founded on other religions. So to say that a country cannot be based and founded in religion, they have been for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. And if you don't know history, then maybe you need to go look it up. Okay? The other thing, if you noticed on this trial the last couple of days, you've seen the opposition up on those steps. And if you noticed, the opposition wants to get the light. I brought this speaker and I brought this microphone so we all could speak. Because this ain't about me. This is about what anybody here has an opinion. And even if I don't agree with them, I'll still let them have their opinion because that's what it means to be an American. That's what it means to be free. You don't always have to agree with their opinion, but you have to respect their opinion and not cause violence over the opinion. The problem in this country is we have a left and we have a right. And it should be an American versus American. And that's the problem is they're pitting us against each other. We don't need to be against each other. Okay? I don't consider myself a Democrat or a Republican. I consider myself an American that holds American values. I want freedom of religion. Even if you don't believe in my religion, you still have the freedom to have yours. Okay? I want freedom to choose my body, my choice. But it only counts to women and not the vaccine? Come on. What lies have we been told over the last 2 years? Two weeks to slow the spread? It's almost been 2 years. Yeah. We as Americans, we're fed up. And the people in the world are fed up. We are done with these totalitarian governments putting their stuff on us. We are done. Does that mean we're going to go to violence? No. I didn't come here to be violent. I came here to get my opinion out because the mainstream media and you guys are pushing one narrative and one narrative only. And it's a lie. And the American people have woken up. It's just like, I'm sorry, sir. It's just like today. BLM did not show up because they supposedly did not have security. I don't need security to show up here, for me to show up. Okay? If that's what it takes, what are their motives? Another thing. If somebody told them not to show up, who's controlling them? Nobody told me to show up or not to show up. That means I'm not being controlled.
Families were grieving very.
The right to self-defense survived this court and survived the pressure from this mob. I need to stay up here, sir. You can ask me whatever you want.
Be surprised. Are you surprised?
No.
How are you feeling?
I'm relieved. That young man is a man among men, and he deserves his freedom. People say he's not a hero for shooting people. They're right. He's not a hero for shooting anyone. Kyle was a hero for being who he was, Kyle opted to defend a town that needed someone. And when the police were not numerous enough to take care of it, Kyle was a hero when he decided to clean graffiti off of walls and protect the police and raise money for them. Kyle was a hero well before he raised a gun in self-defense. Way before.
What do you say to the national media today?
I'm sorry?
What do you say to the national media that have their own narrative today?
Yeah, well, free is the best word that should be on all over the papers. I'll say, I'd like to speak straight to Mrs. Rittenhouse and tell her that your son was in the right place at the right time with the right equipment. And for the right reasons, maybe for the right reasons. Anyone that disagrees with you, Mrs. Rittenhouse, they've got a different agenda. Don't listen to them. The court and the jurors decided your son acted properly. He had to make a decision. It's called being carried by 6 or judged by 12. He made that decision in a split second. He made it right. Kudos to Kyle. I'm glad he's free. I hope these people can respect the decision. Being an American doesn't mean you're going to get a court decision you like. It means you're going to respect the court decision you get. I would feel like rioting if he was convicted, but I would not. I would respect the courts, and I would go back to California. That's what I would do. I challenge these people to do the same. They're welcome to hold their signs. They're welcome to protest. But if the protest turns into a riot, the protesters should walk away so the police can address the illegal, non-American rioters that will be left.
Thank you.
Sir, what was your name? We know what you're going to do about it. Play victim all the time. Victim mentality. Victim mentality.
Right on, Kyle. You earned this. Kyle, Mrs. Rittenhouse, you keep your head up high. Always. You earned it.
So what do you think about the outcome?
It's just the American way. He was judged in the media wrongly, slanted, and the jurors got the real information, and the jurors made the real decision. Kudos to the jurors. The jurors had to sit up there and hear the pressure from this mob with their loudspeaker. The court case is right up there, guys. It's through that one pane of glass. These guys are down here with their loudspeakers. And the jurors must know that they risk their town having a riot if they say innocent. And they got past that pressure and came to the truth of the matter. Free Kyle, right on, Kyle. You earned this today.
Sir, what is your name?
Brandon. Let's go. CO. Brandon.
What town? California.
Los Angeles.
You came all the way. You came from LA to support this?
Sir, just for this.
Thank you.
And it's worth every bit of it.
Thank you.
Absolutely, sir.
How do you feel about the verdict?
It's just. It's just. And I promise you,
It's Scott Lori Gracer.
you have to defend your life.
Washington State.
All right.
I'm the defense attorney from Seattle. He said I'm not nothing about the people who are killed.